President Bola Tinubu joins other African heads of state and government at the Kenyatta International Convention Center in Nairobi, Kenya, for the Africa-France Summit with the theme, Africa-France Partnership for Innovation and Growth. Let's now join State House Correspondent Musbau Dan-Wahab live from Nairobi. Yes, Musbau, what's the situation over there?
Yes, Ogochukuka, it's been a defining moment for African countries right here in Nairobi, Kenya. They're trying to redefine their relationship with the world, their economic cooperation with the world, and they're making a big statement that Africa has come of age. Africa has got to a level where it can decide on its own what it wants and can actually act on it. And this is what they are doing, proving on this platform of the Africa Forward, Africa-France partnerships for innovation and growth. And what they are saying here is that they don't want dependency on any developed country or Western countries anymore, but they want mutually beneficial partnership that will be of win-win for all parties involved. And President William Ruto spoke for African countries, of course, is the co-chairman of this summit alongside the president, that is Emmanuel Macron. And he said what Africa requires at this moment is not a charity or investment, and they want this investment in a way that it will be respectable. And he rolled out what African countries have actually with the enormous resources on the country, with fertile land Africa has, and the youngest population on the globe. They say they want investments and not just a dash of grants anymore. Let's take a listen to President William Ruto. I think his speech at the opening ceremony.
And urgency, the question of how Africa finances its own transformation. The era in which Africa's development was principally framed through aid, dependency, and unsustainable borrowing must give way to a new paradigm grounded in investment, innovation, domestic resource mobilization, and strategic partnerships built on quality and mutual benefit. Because Africa is not part of the global problem. Africa is, in fact, the solution to the global challenges that exist today, including those of Africa.
So what we need to do is look at the partnership that we want together through a logic of investment. And this is where we see this agenda of prosperity and sovereignty altogether. Getting Africa forward on the economic level means greater sovereignty and autonomy. It's important for Europeans as well to have more strategic autonomy in its partnerships. We need to ensure that we do not become dependent on the two major powers who in some ways look like they're going to eclipse.
In a sense, what the African countries are saying is that they want partnership, the one that will be implementable, scalable, and measured, and not just discussions in a conference room that ends on the table. And coincidentally, President Bola Tinubu has also been demonstrating this right from outset, right from inception. He's been preaching to the world from country to country that Nigeria is ready for business, is inviting the world for investment, and that Nigeria is ready. He also did that here. He had some bilaterals on the sidelines, and he met with his counterpart from Madagascar, Ogochukuka.
Right, Musbau, thank you so much for It's a win-win for all parties involved. That's one takeaway from that engagement. That was the opening ceremony from Kenyatta. Thank you so much. We'll join you again as events unfold, right?
Sure, Gachuka, I'll get back with more details.